Court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Good morning. Today is July 1st. So we need to change the calendar out. I'm Judge Capper. Welcome to Lawrence County Municipal Court. Reviews are first for people who have things to accomplish. So come up to the table to your right when the bailiff calls your name, and go check in with the clerk if your name doesn't get called and you think it should. If you're not on the docket today, if you missed a hearing before, you're not going to be on the docket today. You have to go tell the clerk you're here so they can put you on the docket and avoid a warrant. Okay, go ahead and call the reviews.
Jesse J. Bentley, James Conley, Christopher Ferris, Zachariah Jones, Shannon L. Lewis, James McClellan, Chastity Sue Mitchell.
James Bentley.
He's a common police holder. He was ordered to Bethesda, but we couldn't get him out.
So he is there, or?
The last I knew, he was in jail.
Oh, okay. I'd like to check and see if he's on the, so I'll put this aside and check to see if he's on the jail list. I'll pass it then. James Conley, 22, 27, 20, 22, 25, 37. James Conley still has things to accomplish, so there's going to be a warrant. He hasn't appeared today.
Jesse Bentley is not in jail.
Okay. So on both James Conley and Jesse Bentley, I'll issue warrants. Christopher Ferris, 14-36-11, 14-8-28. Has failed to appear. We'll get a warrant. Zachariah Jones, 19-13-70. Still has fines to pay, hasn't appeared, will get a warrant. Shannon Lewis is here, 23-4-27. Zach Bethesda. This is the gentleman you spoke of this morning, he's working at the mission, all right?
He is, yes.
What's your job there? Mr.
I'm a monitor.
Okay. I toured the facility on Friday, it's impressive. Okay, you've got community service to do and fines to pay, so.
I'm gonna start this week. I asked John when community service started, I'm gonna start working it off. Cause I work 1 week and off this week, I'm off all this week, so.
Okay, so you'll be here tomorrow, 7:30?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Cooper will be looking for you. Do you know what your schedule is in August?
I just work every other week. I only work 2 weeks out of the month.
Okay. Let's go back and figure it out then. So you're off this week.
Yep.
So it looks like the second week of August will be off. So I'm going to set it for August 16th. That'll be your next thing, August 16th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. James McClellan.
Yes.
21-682, 18-68, 16-37, 3521. Is that Shawnee?
Yes.
Reading your report.
Okay. I didn't see this.
So it looks like he's getting close to being finished, correct? And he's going to start some outpatient.
So we are planning on,
Yes.
completing him from 2.5 services, and then we're gonna refer him somewhere. He wants to do long-term MAT, and
Okay.
we don't offer that in our sober living, so we're gonna refer him to another place whenever we complete him from
Well, I do
2.5.
not want to do long-term MAT, but yes and no. You're right. No.
Yes, you do?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, have you got a place
Mhm.
lined up?
He has an appointment,
Mahajan, so-
for Mahajan tomorrow.
And where are you going to be living? Do you have a place to live?
Probably out back of Ironton, or Ironton.
Got a family there?
Yes, I do. Fiance and kids.
Okay. All right, we don't want to go backwards, we want to keep going forward, right?
Yes, for sure. Right.
I'll set you for August 9th, is your next hearing, August 9th. 9 o'clock. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
good work so far. Keep it
All
up.
right, thank you.
Chastity Mitchell. Okay, Chastity Mitchell has done nothing on her case, so she gets a warrant. She hasn't appeared either.
Your Honor, excuse me, but I forgot the ladies from Children's Hospital.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's get them up. Yeah, we usually introduce them at the very beginning, but we overlook them. So we've got some guests here that are doing a research project. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell you what their research project is about. It's voluntary, you don't have to participate, but if you do want to participate, you actually get paid for doing it, and I don't get, other than once it's totally over and you get statewide results, I may see those, but I won't know who participated from our court or who didn't, so it doesn't affect your case one way or the other, whether you participate or not, it's totally up to you. Please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Thank you. Good morning. Sorry for the interruption. As Judge Capper said, we are researchers from Nationwide Children's Hospital, and we're here for an overdose prevention court study. So we go to different courts around the state and look for adults who have a current or recent history of illicit substance use who might be interested in filling out some surveys to help us better understand strategies for preventing fatal and non-fatal overdoses. If you were to enroll, all your participation would entail would be completing some surveys. So you meet with us today for about 20 minutes just to kind of get the process started and complete your first survey. After that, the remainder of the study is fully remote. It is voluntary, as Judge Capper said, it is confidential. Your information will not be shared with anyone outside of the research team. Nothing will be tied to any pending cases you have or anything like that. And it is paid. So today for the first survey, you could receive $25 right away. And then after that, each subsequent survey is also paid. So if you complete all of the surveys start to end, you will receive about $320 to $340 paid directly to you on like a little debit card. If you're interested or you have questions, you want to know more information, no pressure at all. We are just going to be in the probation office, just through this door on the right when you walk in the building. But thank you so much.
Thank you. So if you want to talk to them, they'll be here for a while. You can go down the hall that's on the west side of the building to the left as you exit the courtroom and talk to them. And I won't know if you talk to them or not, or what he said. It's all confidential. They don't give me any report on what's told them. Call the next reviews.
Christopher W. Roadcat, Sheena Scarberry, Scott Taylor, Bobby L. Watts, Ron Witherell, David Woodard Jr., William Wilbur.
Christopher Roadcat, 23646. You're Christopher, right?
Yes.
All right, you got community service and fines to pay.
Yes.
How are we gonna take care of that?
I'm gonna come in this weekend and, start doing some community service. I've been out looking, trying to find work again.
Okay. So you're talking about Saturday, you'll be here Saturday?
Yes.
So that's the 6th. Well, can you pay anything on your fine today?
No.
Okay, I'll set your next hearing for August 2nd,
Okay.
9 o'clock. August 2nd, 9 a.m. Sheena Scarberry,
Yes, sure.
13463, 1291, 11638, 10899. You still have community service and fines to pay. Okay, these are all cases, and we need to get you out here for community service. When can you come?
That's what I was wanting to talk to him about. I actually just moved up in my job. I'm working for Sheets. I just got a better job offering. So I'll be working 40 hours a week plus some. But I'm in West Virginia, and I was wanting to see if I can come on Saturdays in the mornings, as long as I
Yes.
don't have to work that day, and come in
Yes.
and do some of my community service.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Every Saturday morning, you can come.
Okay.
Unless it's a holiday. So 7:30 this Saturday, you're gonna be here.
Yeah,
Okay. West side of the building, just come there.
all right.
Anything on your fines today?
No, but Wednesday when I get paid, I'm coming over to pay on them. I usually do pay on them when I come in.
Okay, I'll set, August the 5th will be your next hearing.
Okay.
Get this stuff done so you can come to these hearings.
I know, Your Honor.
Okay, August 5th, 9 o'clock.
All righty, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, Mr. Bentley was sentenced to prison. I just got a message from the jail. He was sentenced to prison last week.
Okay.
She's here.
Scott Taylor is here. And I looked at your file before court, it looks to me like you finished.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, good job. Your case is completed. You're free to go.
Okay.
Mr.
Everything's
Taylor,
good.
no further hearings.
Oh, and no probation off?
You don't have to come for any more hearings. You can come by and visit if you want, but you don't have to. be here.
Well, yeah, well, okay, so I'm good to go?
You are done.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bobby Watts, 171808. Okay. Are you Bobby?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bobby Watts is not here. So the bench warrant for failure to appear, he hasn't completed his case. Ron Witherell is not here. 164698, 14844, 131151. He has stuff still left to do, so it'll be a warrant issue. David Woodyer, 23754. Your Honor, 145, 19738.
He was in services with us. He left about 3 weeks ago, ASA.
Okay, will be a warrant issued for failure to appear. William Wilbur, 23272. Okay. And you did make a substantial payment today. You still have 3 days of community service to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish those this week.
Okay. When can you get that done?
They're gonna be, this week.
Okay, you're gonna be out this week?
Yeah.
Okay, yours is a newer case, so I'm gonna give you more time for your next hearing. Are you working
Yeah.
Mondays or Fridays, which is best for your schedule?
I'm 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Do you know your schedule in August?
Yeah, I can look at it real quick.
Okay. So let's go toward the 16th or after, what's best for you in August?
I'm off the 21st through
21st through,
September 4th.
okay, let's make it the 23rd then. Your next hearing is August 23rd. You've got a good chance of getting it finished. If you get it finished before August 23rd, which you should, you don't have to come back.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that finishes the reviews. We're going to start the arraignment hearings next. Arraignments are what we call the first hearing on a criminal charge. The purpose of an arraignment is to tell you what the charges are, what the possible penalties are, and then set bond, take a plea, that sort of thing. So you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, what you say is all going down on the record. It's being recorded. It can be used against you if you get up and admit that you did it. That can be used to stay against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail, to make the state prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. And if you enter a guilty plea or no contest plea, you're waiving those rights. You shouldn't do that. You don't understand what's happening. If you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want to have a trial on your case, you should enter not guilty. Not guilty is always the safest plea to enter. It preserves your rights. Guilty or no contest waives your rights. So don't enter those pleas unless you fully understand what could happen from doing that. Call the first case, please.
State of Ohio versus Franklin A. Petty, case number TRC 231427 AT&C and CRB 23597.
All right, Franklin Petty is here. We missed a review hearing on
Friday.
And it doesn't look like you've done anything on your case.
I want to start my community service tomorrow.
You're going to go back in the holding cell right now. I'll commend you in the hands of the sheriff, and then I'll decide what to do with you. I'm going to think about it, and I'll bring you back out at the end of court. But for right now, you're going to get locked up. You had no VI conviction on December 29th. Defense, court costs, community service, driver intervention program. He's done none of it.
State of Ohio versus Andrew Adkins, case number TRD 192944.
All right, and you're Andrew Atkins?
That's correct, Your Honor.
It appears here that you had failed to appear for a sentencing back Christmas Eve 2019, and you've had a warrant outstanding since then.
That's correct.
Do you admit or deny that?
I admit.
Do you have an explanation?
I was using drugs, Your Honor. I failed to appear due to just, I really don't know.
Well, you decided to come in today to try to make it right. What
That's
caused
correct.
that? Are you in recovery?
Yes, sir. I got 3 years clean. I entered the program in February the 12th, 2021.
Where'd you go?
I went to Huntington Addiction Wellness Center.
What are you doing now? Are you working?
I don't work there, sir. I just went there for treatment, and I work steps.
Are you working anywhere?
Yes, I work at the Outback in Barbersville.
Okay. All right, so you just decided you need to come in and clean this up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a driver's license now?
I do.
Do You have that with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
I need to see it. Okay, you've got a West Virginia driver's license that was issued in May of 2023. Okay. All right, since you came in on your own, then is there anything else you want to tell me about this?
I'm just ready to clear this up, sir.
Okay. All right, since you've gotten reinstated and you came in on your own, ordinarily, if you got drug in here, I probably would have given you more of a penalty, but you've gotten clean, it appears, and you got a license now, so I'm just going to give you a $50 fine and court costs.
Okay.
So do you need time to pay that, or can you pay it today?
I'll have to come back and pay it, but that's,
You can do it today?
yeah.
Okay. No probation then or anything, just see the clerk is to the right as you leave the courtroom. If you need to go get the money, do that, come back and pay it, and we'll be done.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jessica Fields, case number TRC 20-811 A and B.
And ma'am, you're Jessica Fields?
Yes.
This is an old case also. It's case number 20-811. It alleges that on May the 1st of 2020 at 1:22 p.m. in Perry Township, you were driving a vehicle while being under the influence of alcohol or drugs. It's alleged to be your first offense. Maximum penalty for that is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. There is a minimum penalty on what's called an ODI. The minimum is 3 days in treatment, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. Looks like you're also charged with speed offense, but it doesn't have a speed on it, so I don't know what that is, but it's under that statute, that's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand these charges?
Yes.
How do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
No.
Do you want to hire a lawyer?
I just, can I,
Probably, you need a lawyer. Unless you're a lawyer. You
I'm
need
not.
a lawyer. Okay. I would recommend you get a lawyer. This, it's an OBI, that's a serious charge. So, are you working?
yes,
What do you do?
I work at a gas station, but also
Well,
go
you
to,
may be eligible for court-appointed counsel. I'm not being particularly nosy, but I have to determine what your income is. If you
It's
qualify, I could appoint a lawyer for you.
okay,
Are you paid by the hour?
yes,
How much per hour?
$8.75.
Okay, you're qualified for a court-appointed lawyer. I'll appoint Mr. Stratton to represent you.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Mr. Stratton, this is Jessica Fields. It's an old OBI from 2020.
Okay.
So I'm appointing you to represent her. I'm entering a not guilty plea. She can sign a $1,000 signature bond.
Me, no, I was just a ticket.
Oh, just sign right. Any dates except the 19th and the 22nd? Probably.
How about the 29th?
29th. Yes.
Okay, your next hearing is going to be July 29. There'll be a pretrial at 10 a.m. Speak with Mr. Stratton, then you're free to go.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus E&T Garinger, case number TRD 241314 A, B, and C.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning. You're Ian Garinger?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Garinger, it's alleged on June 29th at 5:10 p.m. in the village of Chesapeake, you were driving a vehicle while you were under a suspended license.
Yes, sir.
And the state's alleging that you were suspended for some sort of substance use driving issue previously. So that makes this a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine, and there's a minimum on this also. The minimum is 3 days in jail, $250 fine. So there is a mandatory jail sentence on that offense if you're found guilty. You're also charged with failure to maintain a short clear distance ahead. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. And distracted driving, that's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand these charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes, sir.
How do you wish to plead with these charges?
How do I wish to plead guilty?
Well, you understand there's mandatory jail on this if you plead guilty.
Yes, sir.
You still want to plead guilty even though there's mandatory jail?
I mean, I can sit here and plead my case to you all day long, but I know that I did it and I understand what I did wrong.
Okay. So that's a yes, you want to continue with your guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll accept your guilty plea. And I have a statement from the state trooper who did the citation. His name is Trooper Gifford. And he says, Unit 1 driver said he was talking to a vehicle beside him while stopped at the red light. The other vehicle's lights turned green. As he started to drive away, he also started. The lane he was in still had a red traffic light, therefore he struck the vehicle in front of him. He was driving under an OVI suspension. The defendant was very polite. Okay, I don't have, do you have a file on this, Mr. Buell?
No.
Well, I don't have any kind of driving history in the file here. So I'd like to see that, so I'm going to ask the prosecutor to pull your driving history so I can see that. Do you have, before I do that, do you have any statement or explanation you want to make?
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, I got my second DUI in Carter County of Kentucky. I would say back in either March or April. And I was supposed to self-surrender myself at the Carter County Jail, and I went 3 separate times to go do that. And they said that they didn't have my paperwork for me to do that on all 3 of the separate occasions that I went to turn myself in. And so I called the courthouse and I said, hey, what's the issue with my paperwork? What's going on? And they just sent me through a bunch of hoops, and I was pretty much just putting my life on hold, and I went and got a job so I could make a life for myself and my family. And I actually am working at the moment. I work for a company called Wise Guys. I'm a cook. And we contract our work out to different bars and clubs. So that was actually on my way back to work whenever I got into this accident. I went to Sam's Club to get some fryer oil so we could open up the kitchen so we could start cooking.
Okay. But do you admit you were supposed to be under a license suspension then during this time?
I wasn't sure if I was under suspension or not at the time.
We can look it up here.
Okay, and then you'll have to have in mind, it'll be a Kentucky, you have a Kentucky license, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna let the prosecutor get a hold of your driving history and record out of Kentucky, and then when we get that, I'll
Okay.
Okay. Have a seat.
Yes, sir.
Can you write yours actually?
Absolutely. Sure.
Is it on here?
I'm not sure if it is or not, but I can go ahead.
I can just give it to you. Okay. I'm ready to stay. Sounds good.
Okay, we're gonna start pre-trials now.
State of Ohio versus Donald Knight, case number TRC 24-750. That's Mr. Thompson's case.
All right, I need Mr. Thompson in the courtroom.
Tom.
All right, Mr. Thompson, this is set for pretrial. How do you wish to proceed?
We would like to change a plea to guilty, Your Honor, based on conversations with the prosecution.
Is that correct, Mr. Myers?
Yeah.
Yes? All right, what's being recommended?
Your Honor, this is the first offense. There was a urine test. There was a urine test for alcohol, first of all, and it came back with a very low score, which would barely be even on the radar if it was a breath test, 0.023 of alcohol. But there was also a drug test. The results are not back yet. We anticipate that they will be back soon. But in speaking with Mr. Thompson, the officer reports what we believe to be more or less overwhelming evidence that there was impairment by something other than alcohol, or in addition to alcohol. And so, based upon that, we were willing to go ahead and recommend the minimums if you pled guilty today. And it's a first offense, so we would ask for a suspended jail sentence and a 3-day driving school, minimal fine, 6-month driver's license suspension, and we wouldn't take any position on anything else.
Okay. Well, I think what I would like to do then is have Mr. Knight, before I sentence him, submit to a urine screening so I can know what we're dealing with. Someone's using fentanyl, I'm not just going to say, okay, I'm going to give you the minimums and you go on. I mean, that could be giving him a death sentence. So go do a urine screen, come back, and I'll send you.
Just come out here.
State of Ohio versus Tanner Click, case number CRB 24-391.
Mr. Smith's case, sexual pre-charge.
Judge, this is our first pretrial. I filed discovery this when we were here, if you recall, on Friday. He says he's at Huntington Behavioral Health.
Yeah.
And
Shawnee Mental Health.
Shawnee Mental Health, he's telling me, receiving services. We don't have any kind of report back since Friday, but I would ask for a pretrial. He's staying with his mom and his other brother who was not involved in the incident. Things are going well at home. He's giving me some stuff I need to look at and probably share with Mr. Hill at some point, but...
Okay, well, that's one of the reasons I wanted to say
Yes.
quickly is I wanted to make sure that everything was stable and there wasn't going to be any other problems.
I believe that's great. Is it everything you get at mom's?
Yeah, it's fine.
Everything?
Yep.
Any counter feedback from the state or?
Well, the victim in this matter does want to see Mr. Click get some mental health counseling. If he's willing to follow through with that, we could probably end up with a dismissal of the charge at a later date.
Guilty.
Well, but we want to make sure that everything's okay. When something like this comes before the court, we have to suspect that there's some reason for it. And without going to a trial and figuring out for sure, we wanted to get some help, and hopefully that will resolve things.
Okay. And there's no problem staying with, I think it was Olivia that he's supposed to stay away from?
That's correct.
Yeah, he's not near the other brother and the other brother's girlfriend. You're with your mom, right? And your other brother who's not involved lives there.
Yeah, he's not involved.
Okay.
Okay, so we can come back toward the end of the month?
Yes, Judge, let's see. I could do the 26th or,
About 29.
I could now, I just had a trial go out Friday, I can do that now.
All right, let's make it to 29. July 29th will be the next hearing, pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Carey Law. Case number CRB 24275.
I have this as a punishment case.
Have a good one, John.
Hey, Roger.
Your Honor, this is a case that was originally set for a trial today, but we rescheduled last time we're here to a pretrial to allow the state to review some discovery that they have, some audio. I believe that's been accomplished now. I don't know if he's had the opportunity to talk with the alleged victim in this, but I don't know if we need to set a trial date today or just let the state have the opportunity to speak with her and come back or another pretrial. I did ask last time for Mr. DeVault not having to come if he still wanted to show up today. But he's now living in Gallia County. He's been coming back for a few pretrials now, and we're still working on this case. So,
Is Erica Ferguson here? Haven't been able to speak with her yet, but I wanted to as part of the wrapping up everything we need to do for discovery.
It looks like there was a subpoena issue for her at one point.
Well, and this was going to be a trial originally. And actually, I thought it was a trial today. I prepared for it as a trial today. But I'll have a chance to speak with her then if she's here today, because I really do need to do that.
It looks like it was, there was a subpoena issue for her for today, left at her residence on May 29th by the deputy. So, you want to try to get in touch with her today, or do you have a...
Erica Ferguson? Yes, I intend to.
Okay, so will you call her today, or?
Well, if she's not going to be here till noon, I don't know if they want to. I'm willing to do whatever.
Your Honor, may we approach on this?
It does say noon, July 1st. case will be recalled, we'll let the state try to get hold of the complaining party.
State of Ohio versus Dolores E. Gill, case number CRB 23568, CRB 23536. Dolores Hill.
Your Honor, Ms. Hill called, I believe, the court and myself today. She's unable to find a ride. She's been complying with everything. This is an older case. I talked to Mr. Hill, and I don't think he objects to just continue to get her in here the next time. It can be a short continuance, if the court's okay with that.
Do you have a date when you think she can be here?
I would say probably a couple weeks, Your Honor.
Let's do either the 12th or the 19th of July.
Okay, I can do either one.
Okay, we'll make it the 12th. July 12th will be the next hearing at the defendant's request.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, she's not here.
State of Ohio recalls Donald Knight, case number TRC 24750.
Your Honor, Taylor will be setting up an assessment of Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're aware of the...
I am aware of it. He's scheduled to come in tomorrow at 9.
Okay, very good. Well, let's delay sentencing then until we get that assessment done. 19th of July, or that's a Friday, you want Monday, something?
Yes, please.
15th?
I can't do the 15th, I'm sorry.
July 29th.
Thank you.
There'll be a sentencing, so there is a guilty plea today, delay sentencing until July 29th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Your Honor, appreciate it. Lawrence County Jail.
Okay, we have some hearings to do at the jail by teleconference.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Enyart, case number CRA 181184. And Carrie Beth McCoy is on deck.
Sir, you Joseph Enyart?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Enyart, I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment. It appears that you had failed to appear for a review back in 2019. Is he going to counseling center? Or?
He's in our services now, Your Honor. He was picked up this weekend on a warrant.
Okay.
Yes. I've been doing really good in there, and it's a very good program, sir.
Did he come on his own or was he court referred?
I'm not sure on that one. I think he was court referred.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
By a common police court?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Out of our county or side of the county?
What is it?
Which county referred you to counseling center?
Meigs County.
Meigs County.
Yes.
Okay, so you have a case pending there. All right, this case is rather old, so I'm going to let Meigs County I'm going to release you to go back to the counseling center.
Okay, thank you.
Your case here will be dismissed.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dismissed.
Is that all, sir?
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Carrie Beth McCoy, case number CRB 24227. And Kayla Sechrist is on deck. Mr. Morford's case.
All right, this is Mr. Morford's case set for pretrial. Carrie McCoy. She was previously ordered to treatment at the counseling center back about, well, that wasn't that long ago, June 14th. Okay, and this is the case from holdover from Friday, where she had given a false phone number as an employer. So I put her back in custody, revoked her bond, set it for a hearing today. And she had a bad screen on Friday also.
That's correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, have you had a chance to talk with her, Mr. Morford?
I haven't today, no, Judge.
Why don't you do that? I don't know, does the counseling center have a position yet that you could state for the court?
We're willing to give her another shot.
I'll see if she is, Judge.
All right, do you want another shot? Do you want to talk to your lawyer about it first, or do you want to just tell me what you want to do?
I realize I messed up and I'm willing for another shot. And if the TCC isn't willing to take me back, I know that Skyler's family said that they would. But I'm willing to do whatever the judge recommends.
Okay, I'll order you back to TTC for inpatient with an ankle monitor, because you had an ankle monitor before, so.
Okay, that's fine.
So we'll order an ankle monitor placed, and this is going to be your last chance.
Yes, sir.
No more game playing, no more lying, no more fraud, no more trying to get your way by manipulation. You understand me? Or it'll just be jail for you.
Okay, I appreciate the chance, Honor.
Your Honor, she's still, I don't believe she's entered a plea on the underlying reason that she's here, the theft charge. So we need to know whether she's willing to do that today or whether we need to set it for a trial.
I'll plead guilty.
Okay, I'm going to delay sentencing because she has a bond out. So you have a bond out, so if you run, your bail bondsman's going to come track you down.
Right, I'm not running, sir.
I've been told that before.
True.
By people who run.
Right.
So she's going to have one, I'm ordering another one placed. So this will be your last chance. Make it count. I'll set your sentencing hearing for July the 19th.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So the counseling center will pick you up as soon as you get an ankle monitor placed. Hopefully that will be today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you on the 19th.
Thank you, Your
Thank you,
Honor.
Margaret. Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Kayla M. Sechrist, case number CRB 24373, CRA 24389. Gretchen Smith is on deck.
This is one of the judges. Thank you.
This is Mr. Smith's case.
It is, Judge. We were here last Monday, I believe. She's ordered a treatment here with an ankle monitor. Judge Ferguson has a warrant out of Cabell County. He was at a judicial conference last week. I've called this morning, and I still get the message he's out of the office the 19th through July 1st. Supposed to be back in today, but I have not made contact to.
We want to keep trying and talking.
I will keep trying, Judge. Worst case, set it for Friday, but I'll see. In fact, I've even called Judge Hammers, thought maybe he could step in, but he
doesn't want to do that.
He doesn't, so I've got to talk to Judge Ferguson, whose machine says he will be back in the office today, but I'm still getting the voice answer.
Well, he has a clerk, doesn't he?
Yeah, I called the clerk. I can't get a hold of anyone at that 8608 number.
And the Sechrist has children, right?
Yes, sir.
She might be a good candidate for Project Hope. You have West Virginia Medicaid, correct?
Yes, sir.
And is it your sister that has custody of your kids?
I currently have custody of them, but she is trying to get guardianship.
Okay, well,
Kind of stuck with
that's
that
a program
word.
for women and children in Huntington, run through Marshall Health. So it might be a good setup for you. Okay, so at this point, you've got a holder from Judge Ferguson in Cabell County, so I can't release you anywhere until we get a hold of him, and he's supposed to be back in the office today.
According to the answer machine, it says he'll be back in the office July 1st, which is today, but there's no time to, I'll keep trying, that's all I
All right,
can do.
I'll recall you later in the docket, see if we can get him to release the holder on you.
I'll go try again now, Judge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Gretchen E. Smith, case number TRC 22-1661, A and B.
You're Gretchen Smith.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Smith, it's alleged that you failed to appear for a review hearing December 4th of 23, and the main conviction you had was for OVI, operating a vehicle intoxicated. Do you admit or do you deny that you failed to appear for your review hearing?
Yeah, I forgot about it, and I just got scared, and I wasn't thinking.
And how did you get arrested?
They came to the treatment center I worked at last night.
Just to get you or for somebody else?
No, I had a call for a client of mine, the night before last, and I gave them my social for my witness report that I had to do for my work, and then they came back last night and got me.
Now, who's they? Is that Portsmouth or was that Marsden?
Yeah, the new Boston cop did.
Okay. So that's where you live inside the county?
I live in South Shore, Kentucky, but I work in Portsmouth.
Okay. Are you clean now?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. I'm on to Boston.
Well, part of being in recovery is take care of the messes that you made in the past, and you haven't taken care of this one, right?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
What's up with that?
I can make a payment and get back on track.
Well, that's not what I'm asking about. What I'm asking about is why didn't, as I understand it, when people get in recovery, one of the things you're supposed to do is to go take care of the problems you created in the past. You had an OVI conviction, you knew you had an OVI conviction, you knew you didn't do everything you were ordered to do, why'd you blow it off?
Honestly, I work every day and I just I had forgotten about my court and then I didn't know what to do, so I just avoided it.
Well, that's not a good answer.
I know.
You need to take your problems on head on rather than ignoring them. When did you get picked up on your warrant? Today?
I'm sorry, last night.
Okay, I'm going to order that you do a urine screen. I want to see what your urine screen shows, and then I'll have you back and I'll decide what your sentence should be.
Okay.
So they'll do a urine screen on you at the jail.
Okay.
That's all we can do.
Okay, that finishes at the jail. Now we'll go back to the jail for recalls later.
State of Ohio recalls Ian Geringer, case number TRD 241314, A, B, and C.
Okay, and I now have his Kentucky turnout. Looks like you got a suspension also through Arraignment Municipal Court and Chesapeake Mayor's Court. And there was a OVI conviction in Arraignment Municipal Court. May 30th of 2021.
Sir.
With a suspension there from July 2021 to January 2022.
Yes, sir, I took all the proper steps there. I went through probation and paid what I owed and finished that up. I took my DUI classes as I was supposed to.
And I have your Kentucky motor vehicles. I'm not as used to reading those, so it's taking me a little time to read it.
Yes, sir.
So it says status suspended. So it looks like expired, the suspension expired May 15th of 2024.
That's what the trooper told me. He said it had expired and then it was reinstated.
How much do you get paid in your job?
I make $12 an hour.
Okay, there's some legal issues here I see, so I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you. Who's my resident Kentucky law expert? Mr. Stratton, I think you look like you're from Kentucky.
No.
Well, you're from Portsmouth, that's a lot closer to Kentucky.
Yeah.
My mother's family's all from Kentucky, so Olive Hill.
My dad's
Olive Hill was downtown, they lived out somewhere from Olive Hill.
My dad's family's from Kentucky, Your Honor.
So I'm going to appoint you to get in there and help Mr. Geringer on this. It looks to me like the suspension may have run out on May the 15th. So I'll withdraw the guilty plea he entered previously and enter a not guilty plea.
Okay.
I will step outside and talk to him. Sorry.
He can sign a $1,500 signature bond.
Get you some right there.
And would you say you're not available the 19th and 22nd? or-
Correct.
Okay. Let's make it the 29th.
29th, yes.
July 29th will be your next hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
The pretrial at 10 a.m.
All right. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
This Kentucky printout is in the file.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Jonathan T. Register, case number CRB 24-159 A and B.
It's Mr. Steyer's case for pretrial.
Are you ready to?
Yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, based on pretrial discussions, I believe we have an agreed-to disposition on this case. This is a Walmart shoplifting case. Mr. Register is prepared to enter a plea of guilty. The state and the defense are going to jointly recommend 10 days in the Lawrence County Jail, all suspended to 5 days of community service, a $100 fine in order to stay out of Walmart, and 2 years of probation at a level that the court deems appropriate. I've advised Mr. Register that it's the court's general practice to have a drug screen done prior to undertaking sentencing on these, so I'm assuming you're going to order that.
Yes, especially since he's also charged, is he pleading to the drug paraphernalia?
Yeah, yes, that as well, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Register, I want you to go do a screen and come back, and I'll send you after I get the results.
Yes, sir. Joe, are you going? Okay, you go with that. Go right there.
State of Ohio versus Destiny Pruitt, case number CRB 24-103. Destiny Pruitt.
Mr. Steyer's case, pretrial.
Your Honor, likewise, this is also a Walmart matter. Ms. Pruitt is prepared to enter a plea of guilty at this time. The state and defense are recommending a sentence of 10 days in jail, suspended, 5 days community service, $100 fine, in order to stay out of Walmart, 2 years probation at a level that the court deems appropriate. And I've also advised Ms. Pruitt that the court would be undertaking a drug screen and prior to sentencing.
I will order her to do urine screening before. And the reason I do that is we get a very high percentage of people that are charged with shoplifting from Walmart, has to go hand in hand with substance use. So then it becomes a treatment case. They'll do urine screening and just get the results.
Is there someone?
Yes, Taylor just went out in the hallway.
Yeah, okay, she'll buy that.
State of Ohio recalls Carrie DeVault, case number CRB 24275, Mr. Tyler Smith's case.
Mr. Smith in the courtroom, please. Ready to proceed?
Well, yes, Your Honor. Ms. Ferguson, the alleged victim in this matter, actually showed up before we had a chance to call her. My assistant, Missy, spoke with her and explained to her that what we were going to recommend was just a 90-day continuance and a dismissal if there are no further problems. She was okay with that. She didn't want to stay.
No objection, all right. Is this going to be back to the day of the incident, or are we talking about?
I don't care. Stay the day of the
I mean, it's been 2 months almost.
That's fine.
Okay, so you want to come back in 30 days approximately?
Yes, Your Honor.
August 5th?
That's fine.
And is there a cost to be paid here or not?
We'll not ask for that in this case.
Okay, as long as there's no further problems, defendant doesn't have to appear. If there's no further problems, case is going to get dismissed on August the 5th without paying a cost.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Charles Frick, case number TRC 241281 A and B, and CRA 24390.
Mr. Morford's case, pretrial. And preliminary hearing. Well, it's actually a extradition matter.
Do you want to have a chance to seek evidence against you in the subject? No, I think we just proceed like Could you recall this, please?
Yes, this case will be recalled later in the docket.
State of Ohio versus Amanda Hicks, case number TRD 121804, CRD 12456, CRD 08162.
Mr. Morford is representing Ms. Hicks. This is a pretrial on review. She's at Hawk. We still at Hawk. You were at Hawk, are you still there?
I'm still there.
Okay, how's that going?
It's going really good.
I got a job at St. Mary's Hospital.
Wonderful. What
Yeah.
are you doing there?
Clinical support, and I took my ethics class at Marshall so I can get my PRSS for counseling, drug counseling.
Okay. What's going on with Haley's kids?
They're doing good. I'm not really for sure her situation, you know, how much longer, but I know she's getting ready to be done with her program, and then I guess she's allowed to, you know, start looking for a house and get back here and get a job and stuff.
Okay, are the kids still with grandma?
Yeah, my mom and my daughter Tally.
Okay, how are you doing, man? Is it Dorothy?
Debbie.
Betty?
Debbie.
Debbie, okay, I'm sorry. There were, I recognized you though. So I'm concerned about you, you got a lot on your plate. How's that going? You got 3 kids to take care of, 3 little kids.
It's fine.
Okay,
I'm making it.
well, we'll
Stressful, but
get these young women out and back in service where they can help you take care of your, these are your great-grandchildren, right? So, well, it appears to me, you know, because we just had Haley here on a review recently, that she's doing well.
Yeah.
Amanda's doing well. So I'm encouraged.
And thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I hope this, you know, we're on the right track. I'm going to continue there, and I know you can do it. You've done it before. But we're going to make this one work long term, all right?
Right.
Getting a job at St. Mary's, that's huge.
I know. I couldn't believe it. I'm so thankful.
And are you going to have health insurance through that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I've been praying for it, so.
Now, what's your, tell me about Hawk and what's...
So I finished out, I've already graduated phase 1. I'm in phase 2 right now. And then, depending on what I'm gonna do when I leave is, you can go to phase 3 or I can just get my own place. It's kind of depending on Haley too, because I don't think she needs to be alone right now. So I want to try to see what's happening there. But I pray this is the last. You know what I mean?
I think it'd be good if you connected with, maybe, have you met Ryan before? He's the liaison with the counseling center. He's here in court.
Yeah, yeah, I haven't spoke to him yet. I might speak to him when I'm done.
I'd like for you to do that today.
Yeah.
And start coordinating toward what those long-term plans are going to be.
Right. I know she said she comes back here, I think, in July or August to see you, so hopefully by then we'll know what's her plans, you know.
And then she also, and we had another case, Judge Ferguson is her judge in Calhoun County.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So just in case something doesn't go good, will I have you to be able to still contact so I can, if she does goes down the bad path.
So you're going to keep coming back till you're finished.
Okay.
And, you know, I want to see both of you be successful, so I'm going to do whatever I think I can do to help you.
Yeah, it gives us extra accountability. Thank you.
I mean, I already, haven't personally talked to Judge Ferguson yet. I called and left a pretty detailed message about Haley's case and about what was going on.
Yeah.
So she had an opportunity. She got into the Project Hope, and that would have been so much better because you had that case right there in Cabell County. Well, but it's worked out. And she had to go to the counseling center because she left Project Hope and they wouldn't take her back. So,
well, when she gets down here, I'm going to try to connect her with, the people that I'm connected with. because she needs to be involved in recovery in Huntington, if that's where she's gonna be living, you know?
I agree, it needs to be a way of life that you're
Right.
going to continue with this.
Maybe some meeting sheets she could get, that'd be a good thing.
Maybe she could get involved with Hawk, Mr. Hetlinger came through this court many years ago. I don't know if
Oh,
you're aware
okay.
of that. Yeah, got a history with him. He came through here probably, I'm gonna say 7 years ago, which means it was probably longer than that. It seems like it was about 7 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a very good person.
Okay, so let's have you back in August. The 12th, August 12th, Mr. Morton?
I'm good then, Judge.
Okay.
Okay.
August 12th, and keep plugging away and help Betty as much as possible. Let's get these kids where they need to be.
For sure. Thank you.
They have to be the top priority.
Absolutely. I knew I needed this. I just couldn't get myself back, you know? So this was a blessing in disguise.
I'm glad you're taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you in about 6 weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I'll see you later.
State of Ohio recalls Jonathan T. Register, case number CRB 24159, A and B. Mr. Steyer's case.
Have you seen the results?
I have not, Your Honor.
Check, Mr.
They said I had fentanyl in my system.
It shows fentanyl and buprenorphine.
Yeah, I mean, I take some off somewhere we can talk about, but I would dead if I had fentanyl.
Your Honor, he is indicating that he doesn't understand the fentanyl result, which actually makes sense. He is a user of buprenorphine, and since he is that legitimately, the odds of that being cross-contaminated are pretty slim, and it's uncommon to see fentanyl and no other street drug.
Prescribed buprenorphine, or is he getting off the street?
No, I'm prescribing it.
Are you in a program now?
Yeah.
Which one?
Route 60 Medical Plaza. It's in Huntington.
So I think that may be an idiosyncratic result, just because it's, like I said, it's uncommon to see fentanyl without some other drug, because it's usually, like I said, most people aren't just intentionally taking fentanyl.
Yeah, I have a feeling that.
Well, what I'm going to do is, does he have a bond up, or?
I believe.
Yes, okay. So what I'm going to do is just delay sentencing. I'll accept his plea, delay sentencing. He can continue for now treatment at the place on Route 60, but I want him back pretty quick. And I need a report from them as to what he's actually doing, and we'll do another screening.
Yes,
so, this isn't the first time I've had somebody just test for fentanyl, but if you're taking anything from the street, it could have fentanyl in it.
Your Honor, I'm unavailable the 5th and the 12th, but I'm available.
Let's do the 19th.
Yeah, that would work, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to do your sentencing on July the 19th. Get me a report from your treatment provider.
I'll be back that day.
Okay.
And bring a report.
Yes, sir.
Bring
Thank
it
you.
with you. And be very, very, very careful as to what you're taking.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, we're
That'll
good.
be at 10 o'clock on July 19th.
State of Ohio versus William T. Green, case number TRC 231715, A, B, and C, CRB 23686, and CRB 23692.
Mr. Stratton's case set for pre-trial.
Your Honor, last time we were here on the 31st, we talked about Mr. Green doing 5 days of community service, and then the states agreed to allow him to plead to a reduced charge of reckless and an obstruction charge.
Not this moment, but I still have 4 days to do it to finish.
You still have 4 days to
Yes, sir.
finish?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So apparently we still have 4 days to finish, Your Honor. I thought it was supposed to be.
He's done 1 day, I believe, Your Honor.
Okay. So he needs more time.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Your Honor.
July 29th?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
July 29th, that defendant's request will be the next hearing for pretrial.
July 29th.
Appreciate it.
State of Ohio versus Alexander Jones, case number CRB 24383.
It's Mr. Stratton's case set for pretrial.
Your Honor, we have two charges here. We have an assault and a DV. I do believe you have both cases, correct?
I've only got 24383. Is there another file?
There should be. What's
There
the
it
other
is.
case?
There's one that's
Yeah.
Alexander Jones. There's one that's set for a trial coming up.
24279.
24279. I don't have that file. 24279. Is it?
It's set for trial on July the 12th.
Yes, it is, Your Honor, but may we approach?
Okay, yes. It's not on the docket, but it's not on the docket. So I'm going to agree on the one that's currently scheduled today. I get it to the council. Let's change the one for the 12th to pretrial. Correct. Yeah, I'll have that too. But no guarantees. No guarantees. Okay. All right. Mr. Jones has two cases. Actually, the other case, 24279, is on the July 12th docket as a trial that day. But what's been agreed to is that's going to be changed to a pretrial.
Yes.
July 12th. It's a different complaining party in that case. It's not present today. On this case that's set for today, 24383, the state and defendant agreed that if Mr. Jones goes to counseling for substance use, anger management, and what was it?
Mental health, yes.
That's a possibility this case could be dismissed to be successful basic treatment. So,
And it might
he's got a South Point address. I'm assuming you're an Ohio resident.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Do you have an Ohio Medicaid card?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever had treatment before?
No, sir.
Okay. RRS then, we'll make a referral. They have a representative here today.
The least that will happen, Your Honor, just to put on the record, is that he completes this, most likely the domestic will be dismissed, and there's a possibility that it might also resolve the other case also.
Correct. So what I'll do, let's make this a pretrial, so I'll just continue this one from 383 for another pretrial on July 12th. In the intervening time, he's started his treatment counseling with RRS, so they can hopefully have us a report by then as to how he's doing, and then we'll change the other case to pretrial that day.
Yes.
Perhaps he does really well, and the complaining party in that case agrees, that may be the result of that one also.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, so both cases are set now for July 12th.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
At 10 o'clock.
In green shirt, okay.
State of Ohio versus Jade Olivia, case number CRB 24352.
Your Honor, we also have a cross-filing on this, a Sergey Livick.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Sergey Levick, case number CRB 24351.
And he's hired Mr. Steyer.
Yes, I've been retained on this matter, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Olivia is represented by Mr. Stratton, and Mr. Steyer is representing Mr. Levick. And these are both set, this is the first pretrial on both cases.
Yes, Your Honor. I've requested discovery. I don't think Mr. Steyer has yet. He's just been retained.
No, I was retained this morning, so I haven't requested discovery yet. My understanding is it's not complete from Mr. Stratton's request either.
Yeah, it's not, Your Honor. We still need the video for the case. However, we'd like to set this maybe relatively quickly. I understand they have the intention of moving come August.
We're under contract.
They're temporary workers at Cabell, so, well, he is at any rate.
How about July 12th?
July 12th will work.
Your Honor, I've got a jury trial July 12th. I could do
15?
the 15th, I could do.
Yes.
Next hearing for both cases will be July 15th for pretrial at 10 o'clock.
I don't know what you're doing about that. When I get that video.
Okay, I'll be around. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Stephanie Paul, case number CRB 24257. Stephanie Paul.
Mr. Stratton's case for pretrial.
Your Honor, can we set this for another pretrial so I can get the video to her? Is that okay, Mr. Gill? Just working on that too. So you can look at yourself. I think he said that was okay.
Yeah, we're not opposed.
Huh?
We're not opposed.
Yeah.
Do you have a date that you prefer?
Any date except,
12th, right?
yeah, any date except the 19th and the 22nd.
15th?
15th, yes.
July 15th will be the next pretrial at 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Daniel Cox, case number TRC 231103, CRA 23495, CRA 08425. This is Robert's case, Your Honor. It's preliminary.
You over pro, Mr. Woodward? Yes. Okay.
basically, the report says he's there.
I saw that, Judge.
They didn't really say he's compliant or what's going on with his treatment. If the state feels we could have him do a screen here and see what that shows. It doesn't even say that he has compliant screening. It just says he's coming to meetings. That's all it says.
It's probably appropriate.
Okay, let's have him do a screen.
Yes. And on that other case, Judge, I did get a hold of Judge Firkman's secretary. She's going to give him a call. I hope to have some answer.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I hear from him.
So it's possible they
It's possible. She answered the phone. He is back. He's not in the office, but she's going to call him, and I gave her all the details. So I'm hoping to have an answer before the day's over.
Very good.
State of Ohio recalls Charles Evick, case number TRC 241281 and CRA 2439. Mr. Moore.
Evick, E-V-I-C-K-E. No, that's wrong. It's Frick. On one file, it does say,
Yeah.
okay,
It is Frick, yes.
it's just the way you look at it. It kind of looks like Evick, but it's F-R-I-C-K-E. Frick.
Fricky.
Fricky?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, how do you want to proceed, Mr. Morford?
Judge, I think with respect to the OBI, he's going to have a change of plea. And with respect to the Georgia matters, his probation officer is working with another official down there to drop those proceedings. I believe he's posted bond on that. I think I just asked you to continue the bond on that. And he done a plea of no contest with the requisite stipulation of finding a fact for guilty on the OBI charge, Your Honor.
Okay, as I recall, and I'm going totally from memory, and sometimes my memory is not the best, that Mr. Fricky was in treatment. This was a relapse incident.
Yes, sir.
So are you back in treatment now?
No, I've just completed my CDCA, and I didn't return to treatment. I just returned back to going to the meetings and getting back connected with the people that I was doing. But I can return to treatment if you need me to.
Well, let's have you do a urine screening and see what that shows. So
Yes, sir.
once you go do a urine screening, then we'll come back and decide how we'll go forward with sentencing.
Yes, sir.
Go do a urine screening.
State of Ohio versus Justin Neese, case number CRA 2317.
Steyer's case set for full hearing. And from my last report, it looks like he was set to graduate from ODP on June 29th.
Yes, he did successfully complete the program, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this matter is charged as a felony theft. Mr. Neese has the full amount of the requested restitution, which is $3,000, which was the amount the state provided. He's willing to pay that. The state, in turn, is willing to reduce this to a misdemeanor charge, and We would join, and if the court would approve that reduction and he'd enter a guilty plea, we'd have a joint recommendation of a sentence of 30 days in jail suspended with that restitution amount having been paid.
We want him to finish his treatment.
I think he said he's finished.
Well, he finished the
Well,
right,
he would, and requirement to finish outpatient treatment.
Well, I'm looking at the affidavit, it talks something about a bulldozer being missing also, is that part of this?
We got the total information, and it came to $3,000 is what was requested for restitution.
That includes the bulldozer?
Well, I don't know what kind of...
I'm not clear
bulldozer or anything. All I'm being told is what I was told by the deputy who investigated and confirmed that with the victim.
Well, I'd like to get some confirmation of that. That seems kind of odd to me. And we have contact information for, now I understand this is a relative, I believe, but I mean, I'm not, never owned a bulldozer, but I can't imagine you can buy one for $3,000.
I don't, who knows? It may not have a motor in it, I don't know, but we will check for sure.
My understanding is we were dealing with the scrap value of metal.
Okay, but the affidavit is something about a bulldozer also being missing. I spoke with Eugenia Lambert. She stated to me that someone stole her D8 cat bulldozer and some scrap metal. So let's nail that down and we'll recall it.
All right, just
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
State of Ohio versus Alina Pennington, case number CRA 24180, CRB 24181, CRC 161593, AB and C, CRC 161593.
It's Mr. Steyer's case.
Hi, Your Honor.
Good morning. Ms. Pennington is at the counseling center.
Has been for quite some time now.
Is she in QRT now, or you're requesting she
We're making that request. She
She
screened
signed
this
paperwork
morning.
today, and she qualifies if the court would approve of that.
Mr. Hill?
Well, she has the theft charge that's still pending, so we need to address that.
She's got an old OBI too that's never been completed.
When you say completed post-conviction though, just to be clear?
Yes, it's
Okay.
post-conviction.
Right.
She did her community service, but she still has fines to pay later.
We discussed that, Your Honor. She knows that it's a requirement of deflection that she pay on that each month.
Okay. Well, here's, I think, what makes sense to me. I can transfer her to QRT, but she's still gonna have to come back on this old case until it's paid. I can make it like every 2 months rather than every month, like it would ordinarily, since she's
Right.
on the court committee anyway. And then once that's completed, then that can be closed.
What is the total, Your Honor?
It's like I'm showing 960 is what's still owed.
Once you're out.
Is that agreeable?
Everything you can also do community service to work that down.
And she has the theft too, so we'll just keep both of those coming back until you decide you want to dismiss it. She's got a CRB case number too, right? Or did you want that to go with it? That was...
That's a theft charge, Your Honor.
Walmart theft.
Yeah.
We're going to need it either a trial or a plea.
Your Honor, there's a the 24-180
One.
F5.
Yeah, there's a 180, which is the felony possession, and then she has a theft, which is 24-181. So is there any agreement about 181?
Just, Your Honor, I guess we'll enter a guilty plea to the theft.
Okay. Is that correct, Ms. Pennington?
Yes.
Anything you want to tell me about it?
I mean, I didn't scan a couple items in that day. My total bill was almost $400, and I paid everything. But I guess I didn't scan something in.
$75.
Yes.
57
Right.
cents.
There was a few items I did not scan in.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to delay sentencing on that while you're still treating, and we'll see. Hopefully you'll just wind up with a suspended sentence, but I want to see what you're going to do. So let's come back in a couple of months. So that's going to be around the 1st of September 6th?
Okay.
I'm available that day, Your Honor.
September 6th, I'll put it down as a sentencing on the CRB. CRA goes to QRT. And then she still has pretrial and review on her old case, the 16-1593. So we'll set it for September 6th. She still has to keep working on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's the felony charge still pending.
The State of Ohio recalls Daniel L. Cox, case number CRA 23-495, TRC 23-1103, Mr. Roger Smith's case.
Okay, it's an appropriate screen.
Good.
How's the state want to proceed? Are you want to include the felony or not? We have already pled guilty to the ODI. We're just letting it ride while he did his treatment, and he's been in treatment since around the 1st of September last year.
So it's been a while.
And he's got an old case they still owes on too.
It looks to me like the court sentenced him on the OVI previously, so that part's, I believe, anyway, back in May. We're okay if the counseling agency is saying that he's reached a level of.
Well, they're not saying. They haven't really told me. All they say is basically he's here, he's active, that's all they really say.
Okay.
I don't know if that's because of privacy issues or
Come back
what.
one more time, we get a letter about that.
It would be better if we did have a letter that explained it better.
Okay.
If we
Let's
could
try
come.
to get a letter of completion then.
Yeah, just tell him to get a letter, so we get more detail in there. And we can get this wrapped up, but it's got to be other than he's attending.
August 5th?
Yes, Judge, that'd be fine.
Pre-trial and preliminary hearing August 5th.
Okay, August 5th, at 10. Get that letter. At 10 o'clock. Tell me we need a more detailed letter to bring with you next time. I'll see you there. Thank you. I signed that already. Put the date in.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
State of Ohio recalls Destiny Pruitt, case number CRB 24103.
Seen the result?
I have not, Your Honor. I wrote,
Yes, you was.
Okay, that is somewhat what we were expecting, Your Honor. No particular surprise there.
What's their current living situation?
I'm still trying to get back. They were, my boyfriend got a raise at work. They took mine too, where we have a common child.
Okay.
So they're basing it on that.
She lives with the father of her child, and I guess her medical card was recently taken due to her husband, but her cohabitant's income taking her out of eligibility for a medical card, is what she's explained to me. That may be something that a provider might be able to work out or figure out.
They're basing his income with mine, where we have a common child together.
And you do live together?
And we do live together, yes. But they've always based our income together. Even though I hadn't worked, they still based his income with mine, and it made me ineligible for a medical card also.
You live in the city?
Yeah, in Ironton, yeah.
Have you been to treatment before?
Yes, up to prior losing my insurance card, I had 5 years clean.
I didn't hear the last time.
I had 5 years clean prior to losing my
Where did you go to
insurance.
treatment before?
I was going to, over in Ashland, had was it Huntington Hospitalist Group, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
And then right before this incident had happened, I was going online because I had had so much clean time that they thought it was okay, and I was screening every once a month.
How old's your child?
How old is she? She's 6.
Okay. So she'll be in school.
Yeah, she's going to first grade this year. We've already been through the kindergarten.
Where's she go to school?
She's going to go to Rock Hill.
Do you live in the city?
Yeah, her dad's grandma lives out that way, and she likes to stay with her a lot, so she'll be with her grandma most of the time. So, and she can catch a bus right at McDonald's, so it's not that far from us to take her. So her dad goes to work, and the bus comes around the time he goes to work. So that's what she wants to do. So.
Well, I'm thinking of referring you to Mended Reeds. Are you familiar with that is?
Yeah, in Colgrove. Yeah.
That you can get there. It's in Ironton,
Yeah.
downtown Ironton.
Yeah, I can get there. Yeah.
I don't believe they have anyone here today.
I can call them.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to speak with Taylor about getting you set up to go to Mended Reeds.
Okay.
And what's come back. She has a bond up. Did I see a bond in here or am I dreaming?
Did you post a bond or did you sign an O1 bond?
I signed one, I think.
She signed a signature bond, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay. She's got a bond from
Oh,
February 27th.
that's possible too, Your Honor.
So let's keep that.
Okay.
How we got our bond, but she's got an actual bond up, so let's keep that. Delay sentencing, get her to Mended Reeds, get an assessment, and let's, can I send you the screenshot of the urine screen? You can send it on to Mended Reeds?
Yes.
July 19th?
I'm available, Your Honor.
July 19th will be your next hearing. It'll be a sentencing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go talk to Taylor, and you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Charles Booth, Case number CRA 23-145, CRC 14-4350, CRD 14-4393, A and B.
Mr. Morford's case.
Your Honor, he is compliant with outpatient in Huntington. He has an appointment scheduled for today.
So it looks like, I don't see that he's not completed yet.
No, his treatment's still ongoing, and I'll email you his report today.
August 12th or 16th?
Yeah, anytime. I'm gone for 20 days at a time, so.
Work on the river?
Yeah, so I leave.
You know what your schedule is?
Yeah, so I leave this Thursday, and I won't be back for 20 days, and I'll be back for 10.
You're actually leaving on the 4th?
Yeah.
You're back on the 24th, and you're back for 20 days?
No, 10.
10, okay. Well, let's make it August 2nd. All right. You should be here. August 2nd will be the next one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus James Lewis. Case number CRA 23-432, A and B, CRB 23-433, A and B.
Morford's case.
Butch.
James Lewis. Supposed to be at ended reach for inpatient.
Judge, at the moment, or at least earlier this morning, she called the office and said that she was in Virginia with her mother on vacation, and through some snafu was not able to make it back today. Wanted to know if I could continue until Friday or Monday of next week.
She was at Minute Reads. I have some reports, but it's been a couple of months since I've got a report from Minute Reads. Ordered to the inpatient again, May the 6th of this year.
I can reach out and get a report.
Okay, let's get a report from Minute Reads. I'll recall it when we get the report.
State of Ohio recalls Charles Fricky, case number TRC 24-1281, A and B, and CRA 24-390.
Okay, he has a negative screen. This says it's a second offense, is that correct? I'm reading the report.
The ticket itself does not indicate that, but that is driving history. Actually, its record does indicate a 2020 OVI conviction in Claremont County, Common Pleas Court.
Probation for right now, they terminated my probation last week. But they're reinstated because of this.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your response?
He does have prior, Your Honor, in the state of, or was it in
Claremont County.
I'm sorry.
I was
Ohio.
on, yeah,
When was it?
in 2020. I was placed on felony probation there as well because I also had a weapon under disability in the car. And so I was going to be terminated this month, but I spoke to my probation officer and he said that because of the Georgia situation, that they're trying to marry the two situations, that he could extend my probation
Are they aware that you got an OVI here?
Yeah, not good.
Well, are they aware?
Yeah, he's aware. Yes, sir, I made him aware of it.
What's the state's position on something?
Well, Your Honor, I'm looking back at the history here, and really, this is a refusal. So in addition to the one in 2020, which would make it a second, the refusal would then, there would be an enhancement if there had been any prior within the last 20 years, and there was one in 2013 as well. As well as 2001 and 2000. So I'm aware of the fact that he has this situation in Georgia, which I don't know whether that's going to cause him to have to go back there or not. Apparently he's trying to clean that up. And other than that, I don't recall if there was a discussion about whether he was making his residence here now or whether he was living elsewhere and going to Huntington address. I mean, we'd want him to be in some treatment.
I'm showing 327 26th Street, Huntington was his address he gave me.
It is, but I'm returning back over here per my PO's instructions, so I'm going to be living across the street with Mr. Newman. Because he said it would just convolute the situation if I remained in West Virginia. So he advised me to move back over here, so I've done that.
So what's your current address?
I just moved over there yesterday, so I'm not sure, but it's right over here behind the Chesapeake Flea Market, the second house on the left.
What's your connection with him?
He's a friend, ex-police officer that's been helping me out. One of my sponsors, I guess you could call him. I mean, I suppose I could return to LCR. I just graduated from there last month.
What's LCR?
Lawrence County Recovery Center.
Okay. Well, I would think it's indicated with what happened that you go back to treatment since you had a relapse.
Well, I was going to on an outpatient basis, but I wasn't sure what you wanted me to do, so I didn't do anything until I discussed it with you. I thought that
I think that would be a good idea. Here, what I think should happen here, because this is a fairly complicated sentencing situation.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let the lawyers do some research on what's required because we've got 2 priors within the last 20 years with a refusal, and that has its ramifications under Ohio law.
Right.
So let the lawyers look at that, set up for a sentencing hearing, you've got a bond up now.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't show up, then the bail bondsman's going to be out looking for you.
Well, we don't want
You've got
that.
this issue in Georgia, and he's also potentially on probation in Claremont County. So I think Claremont County, I'm not the prosecutor, but it would seem to me that Claremont County ought to be put on notice as to what happened here also. They get a cut his probation there.
Well, I made my probation officer aware of it. I just spoke to him before I came over here. And I also spoke to the probation officer in Georgia. She was able to get permission from her supervisor to marry the two probations from Georgia to Ohio. And she said she would be in the process today, right now as we speak, to remove, at least tentatively, the warrant.
Okay, well, time will tell.
And I have the number here if you need to verify what I just told you, both probation officers' phone numbers.
How long will it take council to research these?
Couple weeks, Judge.
I actually have a thing on my phone here, if I can find it, that would tell me exactly. It's a second and 10 with a refusal and an additional in 20. So that's, as soon as I find it, I can tell you immediately.
Well, let's set it for the 19th. Give you some time to look at it. It's going to be a sentencing on the ODI, pretrial on the extradition. They give you some time to get that warrant withdrawn if that's going to happen.
She assured me she would.
Okay, July 19th will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Do we need this before anything else?
State of Ohio versus Melissa Snell.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Number CRA 23224 A and B.
The Morpher's case, preliminary hearing. Is Megan still here, or is she leaving?
Good to me.
Are you in QRT?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, she's compliant, doing very well. She's getting ready to graduate around the middle of July. She'll be finished with QRT.
And was that for another case or for this case?
It was for possession.
Okay, that's what we're doing here. Yes,
I think she had more than one though.
okay.
It looks like 2 days later, she would graduate from hometown.
She had, yes. So, well, is the state satisfied to go ahead and not leave the case here, or do you want to keep it until after she's actually graduated?
We're okay. Since she's doing well in QRT, and that's probably assurance that she'll be looked over, so we're okay with that.
All right, matter here is knowledge.
It's done. But your work's not done.
That's right.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Kelsey T. Wolf Gibson, case number CRB 24128.
This is Mr. Morford's case.
We filed a petition for expunging her record.
File May the 10th.
And Your Honor, we've reviewed the record and reviewed the motion and determined that there's no reason for it not to be expunged. So we're not in opposition.
Thank you, Your Honor, I will. Thank you, Mr. Hughes.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Dolores E. Hill, case number CRB 23568, CRB 23536. That's Tyler Smith's case.
Dolores Hill, set for pretrial. Okay, we'll pass it then. Dolores Hill.
Mr. Smith left, but I heard she called in and could not get here today, so I don't know what. She called the clerk's office.
Well, okay, I've already dealt with that.
Did you?
Set
Okay.
for July 12th.
Okay. And I'm still waiting for a response on the other.
Okay.
I can call again and see if I can't find something out.
State of Ohio recalls Justin Neese, case number CRA 2317.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
So we did get some more information, Your Honor. And what happened was, at the time that this occurred, there was also a piece of equipment missing, a bulldozer, but it has never been located. And we are not able to, at this time, prove that Mr. Neese had anything to do with that. The scrap metal, there are records of it having been taken to a recycling place, and the value of that is $3,000. So that's the most that we're able to do at this time.
Okay. And claim party's okay with what was proposed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And upon payment of $3,000, what is the state recommending occur?
Reduce it to a misdemeanor, 30 days in jail, suspended, finish the treatment. He's completed the OVP, inpatient, I guess he's going to be an outpatient, and probation. We don't take any position on anything else.
Mr. Steyer.
We would join that recommendation.
Court costs, Your Honor, at least.
All right, Mr. Neese, you have a right to make a statement if you want. Do you have anything you want to tell the court before sentencing?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'll allow the amendment of the charge from a felony to be an M1 death. Guilty plea, I'll impose a $200 fine, order the cost be paid, 30 days in jail suspended, restitution to be paid today, in the amount of $3,000, and that goes to Eugenia Lambert, E-U-G-E-N-I-A, Lambert, Eugenia Lambert. He can pay that today.
Yes.
I'll make it level 5, 2-year probation until he pays his fine. Court costs also set a review hearing ordered for December 30th. If everything's paid before then, you want to come back, that'll be at 9 a.m. He's to meet with Mr. Major about his probation and see the clerk about paying restitution. Any questions?
Nothing this time, Your Honor.
That's all.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Kevin Conrad, case number PRC 231165, A and B.
So you are done, right?
Mr. Scragg's
It's still volunteer, individual.
Yeah, but you're done. He's done, right?
He's at RRS.
Lowest level possible.
He's at the lowest level?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it, case number again, please?
231155.
So when does he complete, or are we just moving along with just?
We're just moving along.
Okay. So I don't think there's a completion. I think he's just going to continue to go there. So I don't know if you wanted to wrap it up today or not, Your Honor.
I'm kind of reading between the lines. Was there he went back, it keeps talking about going back.
That was several months ago, Your Honor.
So that was for some incident or?
Yes. And since he came back in services, he's done extremely well.
This is a case that arose last August.
Right. And I just asked about a hard completion date. There is no hard completion date.
No hard completion date.
Okay, well, we can conclude it, I guess, if the state's agreeable to sentence him in order that he continue with outpatient.
We're okay with that.
Anything you want to tell me, Mr. Conrad?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, this would be a first within the last look-back period.
Yeah.
And you are working out construction or something?
Yes, sir. I'm Sanders Outdoor out of Cold Grove, Ohio.
All right, I'll impose a $400 fine for you to pay the court costs, 20 days in jail, all suspended, 5 days community service, 2 years, level 4 probation. I'll delete the requirement for you to go to the driver intervention program since you did long-term treatment. What's your work schedule?
It's usually Monday through Friday, 8 to 4.
Okay, we need help cutting grass. Well, right now we don't because the grass is all dead, but assuming that it's not going to be a drought from here on out, we'll need help at some point. So we need to get you out here on Saturdays to do some community service.
Actually, I have vacation at the end of this month. I could probably come and kill that throughout that week.
Do the whole week?
Yep.
Okay, that'll work. December 30th is your review hearing date. December 30th, 9 a.m. So you get everything finished, you don't have to come to that hearing. I'll give him, see his suspension's going to be over.
Yes.
His suspension started at the time, he has an automatic license suspension, so the 6-month license suspension started at the time of his citation, so it's already over. You can get your license back now. You need to contact the DMV.
Okay.
About how they're going to want you to pay a reinstatement fee. No. Well, scratch that. So you were also charged with no operator's license. What was up with that?
I haven't had a license for years, Your Honor.
Well, then forget what I just said. You'll be eligible to test though now.
Okay.
But you'll still have to pay a reinstatement fee, I think, before you can test, but you need to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, was it already known? Okay, that's fine. Says Molly to the green. That can't be right. I don't know how that got in there. You can just nod, we'll give you a break on the no operators, I'm just gonna dismiss it. But that doesn't mean you have a license now. You still have to get a license. If you wanna drive, you gotta get a license.
Yep.
Let's see, Mr. Major, and you're free to go after that.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy J. Kearns, case number CRA 23738, CRB 23739.
Stratton's case.
Have not, we need a trial.
And we were supposed to find out if we're gonna go to trial or what we're gonna do on the CRD case.
So, we did with that, so this one's in with that stuff, with that stuff. Okay. We'll plead guilty to the theft case, Your Honor, and looks like he has a good report from Bethesda, so we'll just continue that, set him for sentencing.
Okay.
He's transitioned from acute to sober living. He's working and everything now.
All right, very good.
Maybe first week of August, maybe?
Just looking to see what kind of bond he has. Did you sign an OR or did you have a bond up?
Did you post or sign?
It was Bethesda coming on me, I'm not sure.
Okay, he does have a bond up. Okay, well, in that case, I'll delay sentencing.
Yep.
Delayed sentencing to August 12th.
12th, yes. August 12th. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Brittany Caldwell, case number CRB 131057, CRB 131153, A and B.
Ms. Caldwell is doing well. She's working. She's transitioned to sober living. We haven't graduated her from the acute stage yet because we wanted to kind of test the waters to see how she was doing. She will, I anticipate she'll graduate next month, but I think we're going to continue in sober living.
Very good. Okay, so we're gonna have a graduation party then, or?
Yeah. With cake.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is a Monday available for court because I'm off on Mondays and Tuesdays?
Mondays are better? I can
Yes,
hear.
please.
Okay. Where are you working now?
McDonald's in Ironton.
Okay. Let's do August 19th.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
August
Good here.
19th will be,
No, that, I've got a trial.
okay, the 12th, August 12th.
That works.
August 12th.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Your
Judge.
Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Cody A. Kelly, case number CRB 18292, TRD 18628, A and B, CRB 16661.
Mr. Morford's case, Cody Kelly, set for sentencing. Mr. Kelly has a bond up. From November, he's appeared every time since then, till now. So I'll issue a warrant and a bond forfeiture hearing for July 22nd.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Lyle D. Keeney, case number TRD 24936, A, B, and C.
Mr. Keeney is set for sentencing today. You're trying to get your license reinstated.
Yeah, I got the LifeLock thing installed in my car on the 28th, so now I'm trying to, I gotta take my test and the permit test and all that stuff over again, so
Okay.
plan on doing that this week.
You want to come back after you do that?
Yeah, sure.
When do you think you'll get that done?
I'd say a couple weeks.
Well, sometimes it takes longer than you think, so let's go.
Yeah.
Let's make it, August 2nd.
Okay.
August 2nd will be your next sentencing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brian Tomlin, case number CRB 24327, CRB 17984.
Set for sentencing. Whitney Harvey was the claim party in this. Does the state have any information on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Tomlin pled no contest on May the 31st. And after we discussed the situation, it was determined that it would be best for the court to hold a finding in abeyance because Ms. Harvey, the alleged victim, said that she wants the charges dismissed, and looking at the case, we determined that that's probably what we would probably do a 90-day continuance in this situation because of the facts. We have spoken with Ms. Harvey here just in the last few days and apparently, I don't think it's been 90 days yet, but she says there's been no further problems. She doesn't want the charges pursued any further. So if the payment of, if the costs were paid, we would be okay with the dismissal.
What do you say, Mr. Tom?
It's just a mix-up, really. I mean, we've been in a mix of getting the house ready, and I just got her moved over to Canova, so we're doing, I mean, things have been better.
Where you agree, what the state's saying, they're willing to dismiss it if you pay the court costs.
Does it have to be today?
No, I can give you some time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're agreeable to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you got an old case that you gotta take care of too,
Yeah.
and you've got, community service and, well, you just have a warrant fee, is all you paid.
Oh, there is a fee on that? I thought.
$50. Whenever you don't show up, you get a warrant fee. It looks like you failed to appear back February 26th of 21, got a warrant fee. You got 4 days of community service to do too. Okay, so are you working now?
Yeah, I just started doing landscaping, yes.
So does it matter if it's Monday or Friday when you come back?
I could take off either one.
Okay, I'll set your next hearing. August the 12th. And if you pay the court costs on that last one, I'll probably dismiss then if costs are paid, but the other one you gotta take care of. You got $50 you owe and 4 days of community service.
If I get all that knocked out, I still have to come back, right?
If you get it all done, then you won't have to come back.
Okay.
And pay the court costs.
Could I ask, how much, is that warrant the court cost, or what's the court cost? Do you know?
Court costs are, on this would be $125.
Okay.
On the new case.
I just wanted to make sure I had it all written
And you
down.
got 50 on the old case, so 175 total is what you have.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Did you want to dismiss the domestic violence today?
No. Because you can't pay the costs.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Donald Wilson Jr., case number TRC 072723.
Okay, this is set on the sentencing docket just to make sure things get done.
He has been doing this community service, Your Honor. I don't know if it reflects that he followed the
Okay.
sentence he followed.
All right. So we'll just continue with that. Set your next hearing. August 16th.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Jade Lewis, case number CRA 23432 A and B, CRB 23433 A and B.
We were trying to get a report from Ended Reads.
Your Honor, Ms. Lewis was discharged from Ended Reads for noncompliance and also discharged from QRT.
Sounds like that's one that needs to go to the grand jury.
She has.
Okay.
I don't know what I sent it to the grand jury, but I'm not sure what she's supposed to be here on.
Okay, we'll double send it. It's gonna be not only to the grand jury, everything here is not only to the grand jury, just to make sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Coach.
State of Ohio recalls Gretchen Smith at the Lawrence County Jail, case number PRC 22-1661, A and B.
Gretchen Smith got a urine screen. She's positive for amphetamine, buprenorphine, and methamphetamine. Did you hear that, Ms. Smith?
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, you did a urine screen and it's showing you positive for amphetamine, buprenorphine, and methamphetamine.
Okay, so last week, I had done something on my day off, and I told, I'm stupid, there's no excuse, so, I shouldn't really say anything else about how it was.
Well, we need to get you back in treatment. You want to go back to, is it Sunrise? Is that where you went before?
Can I go and do outpatient services and drug screens, and so I have accountability still? I have my own apartment, and I have bills.
Well, I'll let you go to them and assess you, and then come back and I need to get a report.
Okay.
I'm going to send them your information.
Okay.
Tell them what you screened for, and that I'm ordering you back there.
Okay, thank you.
And then I want to see you back here for another review. Let's see. July 29th.
July 29th at 9 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And if you're in treatment or can't get here, I'll allow you to appear by teleconference like you're doing today.
Okay. Thank you,
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor.
As long as you're compliant. You know, if you're not compliant, then you gotta be here. So.
Okay.
So. Order her to go to treatment at.
Sunrise. I'm gonna draft the facts to give you them.
So will I get out and call them on my own today?
Yes.
Or what will happen? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You released her on OR bond?
No, just release case is already over. It's another review.
State of Ohio recalls Kaylee M. Sechrest at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24373, CRA 24389.
Mr. Smith is representing Ms. Seacrest.
I am, Judge. I called and left a voicemail early this morning, and I did hear back from the secretary a while ago, and she was going to speak with Judge Ferguson. I just called again. It's going back to voicemail, so
Okay.
I don't know what to do except set it for Friday.
We could set it for Friday, which would be the 5th, and then in the meantime, if he lifts his holder,
Yes.
I'd be willing to send her to treatment.
I will keep working on it. And yeah, but would it be okay if my brother appeared Friday? I'm going to be out of town Friday.
That's fine.
Since we're not, okay, thank you. He said he'd be here.
Okay.
I'll keep working on it.
All right. Kayla, we're trying to get your holder from West Virginia released so you can go to treatment. But as of right now, you can't get out without Judge Ferguson's approval. We don't have that yet.
And they've got my cell number, so as soon as I hear, I'll let the court know and Mr. Hill know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
That finishes it up with the two.
State of Ohio versus Bailey Key, case number TRC 24521, A and B.
Mr. Nash's case on a motion.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So where are we now?
We have a pending motion to suppress. I had inquired of the state about a resolution, and so I know Mr. Hill's been busy, so I was waiting to hear back from him.
Well, understanding what Mr. Nash's contentions are about why the case may not be provable, we really think that we can prove the case, and it is a first offense. And so we can have the suppression hearing, have it set for a later date, have the suppression hearing, or if she wants to enter a guilty plea, our recommendation will be the minimums.
So I don't suppose we have an agreement here, so we need to reset for suppression.
What are the issues going to be at the suppression hearing?
Judge, I think the strongest issue, and the likelihood is great that any other issues in the motion will be withdrawn, and the one that we would go forward on would be that the officer did not have sufficient cause to have Ms. Key get out of the car for field sobriety tests.
Okay. When would you like to come back and have evidence presented on this?
Is it possible to come back next Monday? I'm assuming the suppression would be set at noontime or later.
It's a pretty big docket. I mean, it's not the best docket to come and sit until we're ready, because we've done 27 pre-trials, 7 preliminary hearings, 1 trial, 17 sentences. So it might be a day where you wind up sitting there for a while.
Okay.
The next Monday is much better as of now. The 19th is pretty light docket, because there had been a jury trial that got resolved, so the 19th of July is good.
That's good, Judge.
The 19th?
Yes.
Okay, set it at noon?
Yes.
Okay, July 19th, we'll try to keep that as the only evidentiary hearing, so it should go pretty much at noon for a motion hearing.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
All right. Do you need this?
State of Ohio recalls Franklin A. Petty, case number TRC 23-1427, A, B, and C.
Okay, Franklin, you got this conviction for driving under the influence right after Christmas of last year, December 29th. got a conviction on improper handling of a firearm, knocked down. Yeah, having a weapon while intoxicated was dismissed. And you haven't done anything since then. Why is that?
Start my community service tomorrow. Dad's gonna take me to it. He's already said that.
Why didn't you start before now?
I've been busy doing cleanup work.
Wrong answer.
But I'm gonna start it tomorrow.
Here's the other thing. I got connections in Scotttown. You know, all my family's from Scotttown originally. That's like my home stomping area. And I've been getting reports. In fact, let me pull one up on you. Okay, Franklin was on 775 out by Scotttown, passing people recklessly, almost getting a head-on collision. I'm not going to tell you who sent that to me. Some people have been saying his license should have been suspended. And I was just informing you. And I said it was suspended for 6 months. He's still rolling, but I'm sure you deal with this kind all the time. I just don't want anybody to get killed. Okay, so you got a 6-month suspension. So that's probably up about now, so that's been a little while ago. I gave you a permit to drive for work, come to community service, and you have to go to the driver intervention program too. You haven't done any of that.
The driver intervention program, I'm trying to save up the money right now to do it.
Okay, well, that's good. And you didn't have any insurance when you got this?
I didn't show you a proof of insurance, I brought that in.
Okay, you did, that's correct. I see that. But initially you didn't have it.
Yeah, because the officer did not ask for it, he just took me straight into jail.
Well, you could have got taken straight into jail for missing court, right? You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
When you don't come to court, you're going to get a warrant. And you miss court.
I forgot all about the court date. Usually I got things broke down, but
well, that's kind of an important,
my ex
that's an
was
important
living
thing.
with me. He misplaced everything, threw papers away of mine and all.
Well, that's not her responsibility, that's yours. You got,
Papers that I said not to even mess with.
you've got a phone, don't you?
Yes, I'm going to start putting all my reminders in my phone.
Well, your phone will actually call the court if you need to. I know it's a strange concept for somebody your age, but you can actually call somebody on a phone and get information. So you could call here and say, when's my review hearing? I know I'm supposed to come into court and the judge is going to check whether I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Or, is it a smartphone? Can you get on the internet on your phone?
Yes.
You know what, we have a website here. If you get on the website and put your name in it, your case will come up and it tells you when you have to come back to court. So there's no excuse. Girlfriends, wives, any other woman you want to blame, they're not responsible. It's your responsibility. So I'm not going to put you in jail this time, but I just want you to know, I want you to get a little taste. Because the next time, and I hear word out in Scotttown is like, well, I'm not that worried about it because I can just lay out 3 days in the county. You're sentenced to 20 days in jail, not 3 days in jail. So if you mess up and don't do this, you're not going to go for 3 days. You're going for almost a month. And it'll seem like more than a month.
I'm gonna start my community service tomorrow. I've already talked to
I
Dad.
know you know how to use a weed eater, don't you?
That's all I do for a living, right?
I know you're an expert at weed eating. And you can you can cut grass too.
Let me guess, that came from Matt's mouth.
I'm not gonna give up my sources.
I know it came from his mouth because that's the main one I weed for.
My sources are protected. But I have eyes on you. You know? My brother used to say, the night has 1,000 eyes and the day has more. So if you're out milling around the day, you got more than 1,000 eyes on you. At night, people think they can sneak around and get away with stuff, but there's a lot of people watching what you do. In a small town, they're going to tell me about it. So do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. Okay? Now, I'm going to set you another review hearing. And let's make it August the 19th at 9 a.m. Mr. Cooper's going to write that down for you. He's who you're going to work with on doing your community service.
Okay, and I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna put a reminder on my phone the day ahead and the day of it, so I get 2 notifications of it.
That works. Okay, and get out here and get your community service done. And I'll let you work your fine off too. If you can't pay it, you can work extra.
How many days of community service extra do I gotta work for that fine?
He can check your probation.
Yes, you get $50 a day credit. I'm not that good at math, so let somebody else figure it out for you. Okay, you're getting released. Do what you're supposed to. I got a lot of eyes out in Scottown. All right, court's adjourned.